Hello,
Vivian,
welcome.
my girlfriend.
Maybe later. Hello, welcome
Okay.
back to the Pale. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Um, yeah, welcome back to the Pale, homebrew, little world. I've been like working on for years, but then I was like, oh hey, instead of writing a novel or short story or anything a little more traditional like that, why don't I just like corral my friends, milk them for content, and force them to go through my stories instead.
Milk.
Milk. I
Oh,
am
so you can say
milking.
milk, but we can't talk about that game. Okay, I see where you draw the line.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, we're not allowed to talk about that.
Yeah. I am milking my friends on the internet for content. That is different. Anyways, uh, does anyone want to do a quick? It doesn't have to be lengthy or very detailed. Just quickly a recap of what happened last time.
3 people nearly died.
Spice got a hug.
Mm-hmm.
We delved into, I believe it was the arch domain of Zenzuvo? Was that what the place was called?
Oh no. The arc domain of a Zen Vuzuno was that's the name of the almost like continent uh, encapsulating uh, civilization like that existed long before uh, the current day. Uh, you all went down into the catacombs underneath the Volk Keep
Mhm.
in
And
order.
we fought a bunch of bugs.
Yes, there were a bunch of bugs. There was some undead that had existed to protect the mysterious blood from the stone that is also kind of kept hidden. But it's a required component of the hearth that keeps everyone warm, especially during the harsh winters. A couple of you did go down, and might have gotten like a some extra hurdy, but no, there's some magical healing involved. Cleared that up. Uh, After retrieving the blood from the stone, you also decided to do a little grave robbing, essentially, and popped open a chest and took all the gold that was in it, along with a ruby, a very nice looking ruby. Uh, and
To be fair, I think it was Pearl that did the grave robbing, so if there's any curses that are involved with that, I think
you know
that's
what?
all her.
That's a good point.
But everybody else also took their money, portion of the money that is said. So we all have
From
cursed
you.
money if that is. He still took money from it.
I mean, you handed out the money.
No, I took my portion and I pointed out there's this money here. If you guys want it, you can take it.
You technically divvied it out, love.
Yeah, but it was still in the chest.
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
can't.
Hey, Pearl, would you be ever so kind to roll a d20 for me?
Uh,
Mm-hmm.
mm,
Mm-hmm.
why?
Because I'm the
Say no.
DM and I'm
Say no.
requesting that you roll a d20.
Can't make you.
Ah, 12, I see.
Oh, damn.
Well, as you all make your way up to the entrance of the catacombs, you do meet with Uh, you do see that both Ira and Svanhild are both kind of waiting for you within the Volk Keep. Go ahead, get some background ambiance ready. Going.
Oh, shit.
Double checking to make sure everything's recording correctly. Now that I think about it, sometimes things sneak up on me. They're supposed to work, and they don't. Then I'm horribly heartbroken. But yeah, it looks like everything's doing alright. They look up. You did have like two short rests while you were down there, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
At least one, yeah.
Yeah. So, it's been a few hours, given all of that, but you were able, since you were very meticulous about like checking the floors and making sure like where there were traps, where it was safe to walk. No need to kind of make you check again to go all the way back. You all return back to the Volk Keep proper, and you see Ira and Svanhild waiting patiently. Well, it's good to see that you were able to make it.
I'm assuming we all look, for the ones that were close to death or have gone down, we look pretty scruffed
Heard.
up.
I am sorry. Again, it is usually our Volk who travels down there and retrieves the blood from
Yeah.
the stone.
That would explain why the jogger was talking about, or how he expressed disappointment. I guess he was not, because we were not the Vault Keep, and that's why he was upset we were down there. Yeah.
Right. Yes.
You could have at least told us about the traps.
Didn't I? Said it was
Yeah,
dangerous.
it's kind of. Yeah, I mean, it was a general thing. Like, there are traps down there, and, creepy crawlies.
Oh,
But,
are we?
yes, Fern.
Is there an infestation of the stone beetles?
Mm-hmm.
The way that they burrow, it's not uncommon to find them in people's underground pantries and such. But again, we are eternally grateful for what you've been able to do, and for your troubles. We didn't discuss it beforehand, but Ira steps aside as Svanhild steps forward with a small chest, opens it up. A reward of 300 gilt pieces, and a spell scroll as well.
Ooh.
And
Ooh.
along for what we did discuss earlier, and pulls out Ira also pulls out the medallion that is very noticeably shiny. Looks like it was made from the antlers of the tread elk, but it's shaped in basically in the icon of Ravenhold. This was the Galed Ravenhold badge. Essentially, if you show this to almost anyone here in Slate Shore, they will. You basically have more persuasive or bargaining powers, or being able to talk down from de-escalating a conflict if there is ever one. It'll help. It's not. Yeah. It's not. It's not guaranteed to basically like just kind of get you whatever you want, but it basically shows that you have been kind of recognized by Ravenhold as, capable. Have done something very. I keep losing words. But yes, who wants to hold onto the Galed Ravenhold badge?
Pearl's instantly gonna look at Victor. She's not gonna say anything, but she'll look at Victor for when they bring out the necklace.
What? You can have it.
No, I already carry a lot of stuff on me.
But you do have the thing.
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
bag.
Yep. She gives Spice a look. Just kind
Oh.
of looking. Nah, I'm okay without the necklace.
All right, I'll take it.
Okay. And it is less of a necklace, but more like a buckle. You could turn it into a necklace, but it's like put it like on the side of your belt, or fix it onto your tunic, of some kind.
So it's more like a brooch or a badge.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Got this stuff in my pocket.
All right. But yes, here's the 300 guild pieces, and it is a spell scroll of plant growth.
Ooh.
Ooh.
300
Actually
to
have that
split or
spell.
300 per?
I think they to split.
E.
Right? Okay.
E.
So that means 60 gold for each of us.
E.
E.
Also, rules speaking a little bit, I believe usually in D&D, or at least in 5th edition D&D, I think you can only like reliably cast a spell from a spell scroll if it is part of if it is a spell that is on your spell list, or like if it is a druid spell, then druids can cast it. If it's a wizard spell, then wizards can cast it.
Okay. So like you have
Typically, I always felt that was a little limiting. So for me, at homebrew rule, you can read. If you can read the spell scroll, you can cast it. So even people who are not, don't have magic, can still use spell scrolls, as long as you can read it.
cool.
Yeah.
I think I already have that spell, so Pearl's gonna pass on the spell scroll.
Spice is doing grabby hands.
Yeah.
The spell scroll of plant growth is handed off to you.
Yes.
It's also
I know what I want to use this on.
Ooh. Yeah, and if everyone, if you haven't already added the 60 gold or 60 gilt into your inventory
Yep.
as well.
Go ahead, do that now.
Also, Victor, you feel like having that deed, along with having this badge, might help smooth over any upset neighbors that you might have here.
Fair.
So,
All right, good to know.
yeah. Well, I suppose we should uh, get this delivered though before the sun falls. Who has
How?
the blood from the stone?
That would be me.
Melton.
If you'd be ever so kind, and I can go ahead and take that off your hands.
Yeah, sure. Just hands it over.
How exactly is, I guess, supposed to help with the heart situation using the blood?
You see, Ira and Svanhild just kind of look at each other. Ira kind of just takes a deep breath, kind of sighs. Well, truth be told, we don't really know exactly how it works. Over the years, we've had a few of the Falcons kind of curious, but the risk of attempting to pop open the hearth just to see how it looks inside, the risk of losing its functionality is considered to be too great, so we just know that it works like this.
Do you just pour it on top of the hearth, or is there some sort of tube that sucks up the blood?
Make a persuasion check.
Oh, okay. Ooh. Oh, I have a plus 2.
Do it, do it, do it.
Interesting. Okay. 11.
It's given the sensitivity of what this is and what it does for people, we prefer to try to keep as much of it as a secret as possible.
That's fair.
Thank you for your understanding. Svanhild here will answer any other questions and help you with anything else that you might need. I'm gonna go take care of this, and you'll see that she'll grab like a nearby, like a leather sack, kind of put it over the receptacle for the blood from the stone, and she will quickly make her way out of the vault keep. Is there anything else that I can help you with?
I'm assuming the festival is, or the feast is about ending now, or?
It's trailing down. A lot of the revelry is gotten full on elk and pork and chicken and so forth, and meat and wine and as well. But there's still a few goers at the meat, not at the meat hall, at the feast hall. If you're wanting to partake in some.
I think I would kind of prefer. Oh, is the sauna? Shit, I don't know if the sauna would be open. I mean, when you guys have these feasts, is everything closed down?
Most things are, yes. Usually everyone attempts, or, wants to yeah. Yeah, usually the entire town partakes in the Ingvild Feast Hall.
I think kind of we fought bugs, so we're feeling very gross that like a normal shower wouldn't take care of, and we're trying to figure out the best way to fix that.
I think I kind of want to go see if the sauna is still open. I wouldn't mind relaxing and getting the grime off and just relaxing. Her eye twitches.
Maybe if we pay extra.
Maybe. I would be willing to pay extra for our sauna soak.
Well, I believe that. Oh, did I? Oh, yeah. I believe that I lost the name from like back when the I lost all my notes, but I think his name was Hemming.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay, sweet. Well, I'm sure if you're able to find Hemming, something can be worked out, especially if you want to exercise your newfound.
Ooh,
What's the
you're
word?
right. The badge.
Ooh. Yeah. Victor! This would be a great opportunity to test if the necklace works.
Bad.
Would you like to go to the sauna? She gives you a smile.
We can.
Yeah. Cool. Because are we leaving in the morning to do your thing afterward? Or what? I guess what's the plan for tomorrow?
Well, we'll have to find the boat woman, Siegfried.
Okay. Alright, we'll
But
do all.
I would like to get on that.
Alright.
We're waiting for the airship.
I thought the airship was meeting us there.
I think the airship said it would meet us
Mm-hmm.
at the place since it was going to be such a long travel to get to Victor's place.
Yeah. Yeah, they were going. Yeah. John was going to try to make his way down to. I think I had a name. I think the idea was John was going to go down to. I think it was Varstad, where it was like the closest place that had a working telegraph, and then like send a message down to Arkhaven to pick him up, and then go to where Victor had like pointed on the map where your new property is. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
So I guess sauna, sleep,
Sauna.
travel.
Yep.
Alright.
Alright. Jim, Milton, you coming to the sauna with us?
Yes.
Alright.
I would
Doctor?
actually like to go take a nap.
Oh, okay. Alright. Well, we'll see you back at the tavern then when we're done with the sauna.
All right.
We
Sweet.
go to the sauna.
All right. You do, as you do approach the sauna. I think I had a name for it, but that's one of the things I lost.
Stones. Steaming stones, something with stones.
Hot stone sauna.
Hot stones. Yeah, that
think.
sounds right.
Hey. You like as you walk up, the doors are like a little cracked, and you do see Hemming again. Like it's pretty warm in this like the little shack. Kind of using the same coals to keep like let the sauna do its thing. Also kind of helps warm up the sack. So he's even though it's still pretty chilly outside, he's inside like shirt off. You see his very intricate tattoos, but he is you see his belly is a little bigger than normal, He's like leaning back on a chair, probably like halfway into a food and mead coma.
We'll go in, but Pearl will tell Spice like, why don't you, take the lead? You're very persuasive, as she remembers the last time she saw Hemming.
Uh-huh.
Victor, come up with me. You have the badge.
Mhm.
And I will walk in first.
Pearl's gonna be behind Victor and Spice. Gonna let them take the lead.
What was his name?
Hemming.
Hi, Hemming.
Oh, yes, hello. Oh, it's you. Come
Hey.
back. Sorry, it's things are a little closed down. Ooh, I think I ate too much.
Oh, elk was really good, wasn't it?
Gods, yes.
You see, we just got finished fighting for the town and helping them out, and we're very sore, and we would really use the benefit of the sauna.
Oh, is there a problem?
No problem, we were just helping.
Huh.
You know, normal adventure stuff.
Right.
Help fix the heating. I'm sure it's a good help for your business.
Oh. Oh yeah, there was some problems with that. Do you, is the badge, like, is it still in your pocket, or have you, like, affixed it
It's
out?
in my pocket right now.
Right, that's very nice and all, but, with all due respect, I'm a bit wiped as myself.
Victor, show the thing.
Well, surely you
Can I-
can open up just one room for. We won't even be an hour for a friend of the town. He's gonna kind of pull out the badge that he was given.
Okay.
Instead
Can
of
I
giving puppy dog eyes.
also put guidance on Victor? Just a little guidance on him.
Well, casting guidance is like you're casting a spell. Like, what are the
Okay.
components of it?
All right.
I'm not
Verbal
saying
and
you can't.
somatic.
Yeah. So yeah, you'll
I
be
don't know
like
if I could
moving your
be
hands and
stealthy
starting
about
to.
Well, if it's gonna be out, she was gonna, she'll no,
That's all right.
nope. She'll leave it. She'll leave it. We'll see what happens.
All right.
And Hemming, you said you enjoyed the elk, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Did anyone tell you who caught it for the feast?
Kind of looks at you for a moment, starts connecting the dots, then sees the badge and what? Yeah, he might have been like, "Oh, okay, yeah, sure, you were helping the town. Yeah, that's very nice." Seeing the badge as well, you see his eyes kind of a look of realization. If one of you want to make a persuasion check, with the badge, the DC is reduced by 10.
Ooh.
Would you consider me and Spice like helping each other in that we're both kind of in this conversation?
If you so wish, I would grant. I would say that you are helping each other. So if you want to roll with advantage,
Do you want to roll, Spice, or shall I?
You should probably roll. I have a +0.
Okay.
yeah, the DC is 5.
Okay.
So 7 makes it. Jeez. Oh. Well. My apologies. He kind of swings back, putting the legs of the chair like completely back on the ground. He's a little slow getting up, kind of holding his belly a little bit. Oof. Well, perhaps I was acting just a little too selfish there for a moment. Yes, of course. I think one room for as long as you wish. Wouldn't be too much to ask.
Much appreciated.
Yes, of course.
You're the best.
Kind of looks up and sees Pearl like standing behind you two. Just kind of gives you a look, but just nods. Doesn't see the doctor, so it's like, okay, maybe you'll behave. And
Maybe.
Oh yeah, blame that on me.
well, no, it's not on you. It's the fact that both of you aren't here at the same time. If it was just Milton and Pearl wasn't here, probably would get the same effect. But that being said, fresh, hot coals are provided. Bucket.
Is there a place to like shower off before we go in, or?
Yeah. There is a kind of a small like a little prep area that would allow a quick rinse to keep the saunas themselves pretty clean.
Pearl just gives a big sigh as she's finally able to wash the blood and the feeling of things crawling on her skin.
And Jim is nude, isn't he?
Well, Jim and Pearl would also be nude.
Spice is wrapped up in her towel, completely covered.
Ooh.
Eyes down at the ground.
All right. As like while you are in the sauna, do hear. Oop, where is it? It does begin to rain outside.
Ooh.
There are like little awnings that kind of help connect the separate, almost like the separate like freestanding little sauna, little shacks, little houses, small buildings. So you wouldn't have to worry too much about getting wet from the rain once you're finally finished. But as you are stripped down to as much or as little as you wish, air steams up, relaxing.
So,
Sauna.
Victor, what do you think of the sauna for the first time?
Oh, it is nice. After getting out of that armor. Been a while since I've been in a sauna.
Mm-hmm.
One of the best parts of adventuring is after the adventure nap, like rest. Muscles get sore.
Mm-hmm. I'll sleep good tonight.
So, what do you think of the group?
Oh, you four? Well, you can fight pretty well, so I think we're gonna make a fantastic team.
Just don't go down too much, otherwise you're gonna give Spice a heart attack. Pearl says as she's like laying on a bench.
Oh, that Draugr got a lucky hit.
And I can say the same thing for you, Pearl.
Well, good thing we have 2 other healers, so we should be good. 2 other healers. I'll be fine. She's also totally gonna stay in the sauna until and the mushrooms start hallucinating again. She's gonna stay that long.
Do we have to make a check?
I'll say if you do stick
We
around
made
for
one last time.
yeah, I'll say you start to kind of feel something, and like you would have since you understand like kind of what's about to happen, you have the opportunity to be like, I'm gonna go ahead and step out.
I don't
Pearl's
think.
gonna stay.
I don't think Victor would know.
No, probably not.
Yeah.
Oh, true. No warning. Only getting high.
Jim, would you stay and be at chance for getting high in the sauna?
Without a doubt.
You have to ask.
What was
I
that?
think I am.
Insult to Jim.
Wow.
I think last time, Jim, I kept hearing you say bad roll, bad roll. I think I don't know if you were trying to get a bad roll so you could get high, but I thought that was pretty funny.
Yeah.
I honestly almost think that we should have disadvantage since we're all tired.
Well,
Yeah.
I would say don't really have disadvantage because, you know, you don't have anything that's actively giving you a disadvantage, but
Higher DC?
I'd say the
We want to
longer
get high, DM.
it would make sense. Like the longer you stay in there, the higher the DCs will become. If you want to go ahead,
Also, is Victor a towel guy, or is he also living out in nature and his back?
Oh yeah, he's got a towel, but it's around his neck.
Okay.
it's around his neck.
Yeah.
Ah, nothing else.
Oh.
Yeah.
Gotcha. It's perfect.
Oh. Okay. I get it.
Spice is keeping her face to the floor.
Spice. Pearl gives Spice a glance when they first walked in.
Spice is not looking at anything. Her face is down and
I'm gonna do. Oh, I gotta do a constant. I got a 6 for high.
Yeah, go ahead. Six.
con save.
Con save. DC 10.
Normal roll.
Come on, someone be high with me, Jim.
I'm trying to find my window.
Jim.
Jesus, where the hell did it go? I need to jump through this window real quick.
Crash.
What are we rolling again?
Con
Save.
save.
Competition.
Oh yeah,
What did I roll?
you
Let's
rolled
go.
a 6. You're
Oh,
high.
wait. Accidentally with advantage. Alright, sorry, I gotta turn that off.
We're good. Yeah, with that 6, both Jim and Pearl, especially you, Pearl, since it's coming from you, the heat,
Yeah.
the extra humidity, a strange concoction begins to leach into the air. I'd say Victor and Spice, you are starting to feel it, but it's not like affecting you yet. But Jim and Pearl, you're feeling it. Feeling it now, Mr. Gibbs.
Oh, Pearl's totally smiling and giggling. And she's like,
We
watching
roll
everything
if we're gonna have a
warp.
bad trip or a good trip.
Ooh.
I'll say it's up to you. You don't have to roll,
I-
but it's up to you.
I'll let
I'm
you
gonna.
decide what this means.
I'll roll too because she did have bugs on her. I also roll d6.
Say Jim is having a decently good time. Pearl is unfortunately like you're starting to feel the bugs again.
Mm. Mm-mm.
I gave you the
Okay.
option, and this is
I know.
the path
Sure
that
do
you rode.
love bugs.
No, don't say the word bugs as Pearl's eyes start to twitch even harder. And she's like kind of like starting to scratch a little bit at her skin. There were so many. They were so small. I couldn't get them out of my hair.
It seems to me like that Pearl's eyes are starting to bug out.
She's definitely probably gonna like give her a little bit of like a skin rash as she keeps like kind of like scratching her skin, feeling the buggies still on them.
Are you like making freak out noises?
She's probably like twitching a little bit,
I would
and
need noises
slapping her arm.
because Spice is keeping eyes to the ground. But if I'm hearing you slap yourself,
You hear her, like slapping her arm or her shoulder, thinking that like feeling that there's still crawlies, as she says like there were so many, and they were tiny. They kept going everywhere. And then a giant one came out and fucking almost killed me. Just like a big slap on her thigh as she feels another crawly one on.
Spice will look up where your voice is only. Walk over to you and just like, it's okay. We're clean. They're not here. They were big though.
Yeah, but we took care of them, no problem.
Bugs, 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 bugs.
Pearl gives Jim like a glare. Like a nasty glare. As he keeps saying bugs.
Lots of bugs.
Next time, Jim, you have a bunch of bugs crawling on. You see how you like it.
Pearl,
What? Yes.
make a perception check for me.
Do I have any disadvantage, or is it just a straight roll?
For this, it would be just a straight roll.
Okay. 12.
12. Like, Jim is sitting there just repeating, bugs, bugs, bugs. And you, like, you give Jim, like, an angry stare. And probably due to the effects of having a very bad trip at the moment, like, you start to see, like, from underneath Jim's, like, blindfold, more bugs beginning to crawl out.
I'll probably like shoot up and like push Spice back, and I'll be like, Spice, get behind me! As I kind of like give out a little scream, and I'll put my hand up towards Jim as I see the bugs coming out of his blindfold.
What's going on?
There's
Oh,
there's bugs coming, Jim. There's bugs coming out of your eye. There's like
Delicious.
20 of them.
As he says delicious, like as he opens up his mouth, you see more bugs just crawling out. More stone beetles.
I grab. How close is Victor?
Oh. If you want to grab him, go for it.
I'm gonna grab Victor's towel around his neck and I'm just gonna try to smack the bugs open Jim's face.
Oh, Pearl, what are you doing?
What do I roll to try to smack the bugs off of Jim's face?
Bugs! Bugs! Bugs!
I'm just like, don't move! Stop twitching! I say to Jim. I'm trying to help!
Am I able to pick up what's going on, or is the close proximity making it harder to understand what's going on?
I would say you at least get the idea. Yeah, since you do feel like sort of starting to feeling, you are starting feeling the effect of Pearl's like mushrooms. You get the idea she's probably not having a good time because of herself.
Listen, this is the shrooms talking. It's not you. You're seeing things. We're okay. We're in the sauna. We're having a good time. We're clean.
I turn to Spice. Do I see her face melting or anything weird happening as she's trying to calm me down?
Yes.
I do.
Yep.
What is her face doing?
I would say because of the condensation or condensation. The moisture. Because of the steam and the moisture in the air, probably, and mixed with like a bit of sweat as well, like Spice. Typically it just looks like little droplets, like kind of rolling down her face. But because you're having a trademarked bad time, Pearl, those little droplets look more like her entire face is like slowly dripping.
And I'm assuming I'm really into this trip now. Like, it's getting like, she knows she's tripping, but she's kind of far gone at this point, right? I'm gonna say she's kind of, with the bugs coming out of Jim's eyes. She's just trying to catch Spice's melting face and push it back up so she stops melting. She's like, no, stay.
I'm okay.
Is she still trying to hit Jim?
Yeah. Well, no. Now her attention has changed to Spice, and she sees Spice faces melting. So she's like taking her hand and she's trying to like push Spice's skin up so it stops melting, but only she can see that. So it looks like she's just pushing Spice's cheeks. Yeah, it's just kind of smushing her face as she's trying to. She's like, no, don't melt. You can't leave me, Spice. You can't melt on me.
I'm not melting. I'm fine.
Well, it's been a long day. We've been through a lot. Maybe it's best if you go back to the inn and get some shut-eye.
Yeah, I guess like she'll like. Now I do wonder what Milton's up to.
Yeah, why don't you go check on Milton, make sure he's okay.
She's going to walk out, but I think she's gonna do
On your
something
clothes
else.
first.
She'll try to put on her clothes. And how long does the trip take to go away? Like, if she were to just let it ride out, how long would it usually take for it to calm down?
I don't. Well, I would say, given that you're not if you take yourself out of the sauna, back out like where it's cool and a little drier, probably another hour or two. But I'll say
Okay.
at least as you step out, the effects are lowered, but they'll still kind of linger. So,
But they're not as intense.
right.
I think she's gonna go running for a little bit before she goes to go check on Milton. I think she's gonna. Do I have a wild shape left? Resurgence. Ooh. I do. With the effects slowing down and not being as tense, would you say that she's not like getting the creepy crawlies as much anymore? As it's starting to slow down?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say then in that case, if it's starting to calm down and she's not feeling her skin creeping, she's gonna do a wild resurgence and wild shape. Go a little bit, not far, but I think she kind of wants to go a little bit around the woods, close to the city border, and I'll figure out the wild shape that she's gonna do, but she's gonna do that as I figure that out. So you can go on what the others are doing while I figure what she's gonna do.
All right. What does Jim?
I guess we would stay in the sauna till Jim comes down.
Oh, I'm
Going
fine.
on, but Victor would be like, so what's going on with her?
Oh, so you know how she has mushrooms on her?
I noticed.
So we're still trying to figure out what's going on with that. But I'm starting to think that when they get hot and like humid, it might have like a drug-like effect.
Let's see. Is that why she wanted to go to the sauna?
No, I think her and Jim just like being naked. And also like that, and also the bugs, like we said, like getting clean, like feeling like kind of the dirt kind of like sweat off.
Hmm.
And I
How
think
you-
she was also kind of hoping not Victor, Milton would come.
Nah. How you doing over there, Jim?
Fantastic. Like humongous grin, just sitting there, smoking a cigarette, enjoying himself.
Are you actually smoking a cigarette?
Yes.
Where did you get that?
Inside. They have them for free.
I'm concerned.
Yeah.
I know we asked what you thought of the group before that, you know. No takesies, backsies.
I've dealt with rowdier bunches.
Rowdier, yes. Crazier, I'd be surprised.
Yeah, maybe. I suppose we'll have to see.
Ugh. But yeah, I think she'll be okay, especially if she goes to Milton. He is a doctor, I think. We call him the doctor.
He's a hack. Don't tell him I said that.
But
Oh.
yeah, it was really cool, like, getting to fight with more people and doing more fighting.
Yeah, well, they paid well. Always appreciate that.
They did. We got so much more money that and we found, and I'm gonna send some to my family. But then I'm gonna go shopping.
Nice.
And
Yeah, they've got good shops here in Ravenhold.
yeah, maybe we can. After we go to your place, we can. There was a wizard as well in a nearby town because I want to figure out some enchanting I can do to my shovel. Because did you see what I did to that bug with my shovel?
Yeah, that was good. I don't think I've ever seen anyone wield a shovel as a weapon before, so that's another one to put on the first column.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen. I killed a bug that was bigger than me with a shovel.
I don't think
Oh,
I've ever seen someone use a shovel as a weapon before. In the background, you start to hear like the death
Screaming Eagles!
screaming. Exactly. But go ahead.
but so I know you said that you just found the deed and you don't know what's there. What town is it in?
Well, it's not a town. It's a good bit out in the wilderness, from what it seems. At least what the hunters told me.
I'm excited. Are we? So we're just gonna be traveling through the wilderness for a couple days, I guess.
It should be about a week travel. We'll cut a little bit of that off by taking a boat.
Ooh. Do we have a boat, or are we gonna rent a boat?
Oh, they have a service here. They point me in the right direction. I'm sure we can charter one for a trip.
That's exciting. Have Have I been on a boat, DM?
Uh, maybe. Uh, Here's the eastern coast. A few large lakes. Like large lakes, some smaller seas. I would say I'd say it's up to you, but it's there would have been. Well, no, you also like rarely ever left your
Mm-hmm.
village. Well, if that's the
Yeah, I stayed on
case,
my farm.
yeah, probably not then.
I've never been on a boat.
Well,
I don't know how to swim.
aside from the boat that you were on when you were traveling from Arkhaven up here to Ravenhold.
Do we go on a boat or do we go on a airship?
It was a boat.
Yeah, yeah, it was
Oh, okay.
yeah, a steam paddle boat. The
Okay, then I have been on a boat. I take that back.
Yeah. I,
But Spice still doesn't know how to swim.
that's fair. I imagine like during that entire trip, Spice had like an oversized like a life preserver just like
Yep.
on her at all times.
How big of a boat will it be? Like a small boat or?
Well, we're just going up a river, so it won't be anything like a sailing ship. But I haven't talked to Sigfrid yet. I haven't gotten to actually look at it.
I'll have to buy a life jacket.
Hmm.
But maybe after probably like half an hour, Spice is gonna start getting concerned. Like maybe we should make sure Pearl made it back safely.
Yeah.
Um, Pearl's gonna go a little bit into the wood close to the city, wild shape as a mouse, and go up in a tree and stargaze for a while.
Yeah, yeah. I'd say during the time that like the sun was getting low when you had or when you had gotten out of the catacombs. But you do while you were at the sauna, the sun would have then set. So yeah, it would be like just after nightfall. So it would Not too difficult at all for a little mouse to go up a tree and stargaze while you're out in the outer ward. Not too far. It's close enough.
Yeah, and she probably would be stargazing while still a little bit high until for like maybe like another 30 to 40 minutes. Just kind of,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, with a drastic change of perception, going from humanoid to a tiny little mouse, and then making your way up a tree, like it's while also high, it's wild.
It is. She is doing some deep life thoughts and just nature amazement as this tiny little mouse with teal eyes, just big eyes staring up at the stars, and just like, wow, in like a squeaky voice.
Nice. Well, that's happening, and the other group are kind of starting to pack up, so to speak. What? Milton, you just went back to the Raven and the Wolf and went to bed?
Yes, I did. Well, I went back and I was immediately tending to my own wounds.
Gotcha. Pull out your little supplies, made sure that nothing is going to get infected or kind of pop back open while you're sleeping.
Yeah, they're more like deep scrapes than anything. They're not like real big cuts, so it's just more of bandaging myself up.
Yeah. I will say, while, like, as the sun goes down and you're just kind of making sure that you're cleaned up for the most part, you do feel just a little extra warmth coming out of the pipes. Seems as if your efforts had like an almost immediate effect.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
So glad it worked.
Or so it seems. At least.
I mean, it feels like it works. I don't know.
Yeah. You have no reason to doubt it. Does anyone want to do anything else before you all eventually converge and go EPCP time as the strange trip, like, finally goes away for a few people?
Are we able to meet up with Milton and Pearl at the tavern? Or
I would say Pearl's probably going to come in a little bit later, so you guys would probably arrive at the tavern first.
Want to give the gentleman at the sauna 4 gold coins for being so nice and opening the room for us.
He's gonna have a lot of cleaning up to do.
Pearl is, I mean, if Jim says that, Spice is also gonna put out 4 gold coins.
Jim pulls out 4 buttons from his pocket. 4 gold coins for you, sir.
But if we make it back to the tavern and Pearl's not there, I'm gonna go knock on Milton's door.
Does Pearl eventually make her way back?
Eventually, but I would say that they'd get to the tavern first, and then Pearl will come in.
So
She's
enough
soaking
time
in the
to
moment.
Spice panic.
Probably.
Wow. Torturing
She's
your
a high
friends.
mouse right now.
So
She
yeah,
is high and a mouse.
she's gonna go knock on Victor's door.
Blam, blam, blam. Vector! Vector!
Hi, Door.
Ah!
I was with you. Hello.
Not Victor, Milton. Sorry.
Yeah,
My
you
brain.
did say Milton at the very beginning, and then you said Victor. I'm like, oh, okay. I guess it's Victor now. Hmm.
They're just the same person, you know. It's fine. They're siblings, right? But yeah, I'm gonna go knock on Milton's door. Does Milton answer the door?
Or does he eat and sleep?
Is Milton dead?
Am I?
What
I'm
does-
knocking on your door.
Oh. He is going to, from the other side, ask who is it?
It's a spice. Is Pearl in there?
I thought she was with you.
She got high and went to go see you.
Yeah.
Is she not in there?
No, she's not.
Oh, great.
Hmm.
We let a high Pearl on the town.
Great. And she could be anywhere.
Yep.
At this point, he's just gonna open the door. And you see that, like, he's just got bandages just wrapped around his chest, like, diagonally to cover his wounds. He's like, give me a minute. Let's go look for her. And he's gonna, like, turn around and put his shirt on. And
In that time, Spice is gonna. I'll be downstairs. I'm gonna get Victor and Jim.
yeah, it might be a good idea.
And I'm just gonna knock on the door. So I saw you go in and be like, "Pearl's missing. We let a high Pearl go."
He's probably fine, but we'll just walk back. Just saw to see if she's probably just hanging out in a bar somewhere, or chatting up the locals.
Big chat. Big speak.
Oh.
Probably.
We could go check her temple, maybe.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Maybe she won't. I'm gonna go check there.
All right. Yeah. Here, I'll take a walk back to the sauna. Maybe she just came back after we left.
And I'm gonna go to the temple.
I'm gonna follow Spice.
How did we? Jim, you stay here, and if Pearl comes back,
I'll shoot my gun.
no,
That'll let everyone know what's going on.
you hold her here.
Hold her, and then shoot.
No,
No shooting?
advice. No shooting.
Jim,
This
no
time.
shooting? Question mark.
Entertain idiot.
Entertain.
Eat him. He's hungry.
Teach him a new
Yeah.
trick.
Kind of gesture.
Jester.
Yes.
Okay, fair.
Your new name is Jimbo.
Jimbo. Yeah. The new Jimbo.
Starts getting gambling addiction.
But yeah, I guess me and Milton are gonna go, and Spice is just having a conniption of, I let a high pearl go. She could be anywhere.
It's your fault these things happen.
I should have gone with her.
As you are making your way out, I guess timeline wise, do you are you approaching the tavern, Pearl?
I would say because being a mouse was so fun up in that tree. I kind of feel what wild shape is too. What be 1.5 hours because I can stay in it for half of my druid level. I would say she probably would start going back to the tavern as a mouse. However, it would be pretty cool to try to climb the temple, and the religious ward, and look up at the stars on top of one of the temples.
Okay. I would say,
Spice knows you too well.
She was like, okay, I should head back, but then she's like, but we should stay in the wild shape and just get kind of sidetracked. And she's gonna do some more stargazing as a little mouse on top of probably the crow temple on its shoulder and just go again at the staring at the stars, go, wow, in a squeaky voice.
uh,
And while we're walking, Spice is going, Pearl, Pearl. She's tired.
that's fair. It's been a
It's been a long day.
yeah, it's been a long day. And as you make your way up to the religious ward, yeah, Jim.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jim. You good?
Yeah.
As you make your way up the side of the hill that's in the religious ward, all the different shrines and little open air temples nearby. As a mouse pearl, you do hear a familiar voice, kind of frantically, tiredly, shouting out your name.
She's probably gonna, because I imagine she's up on the shoulder of the crow, gonna look at the crow in her little mouse form, do a little like happy squeak, and just like thank you, and then goodbye, and skitter down the temple, probably just kind of skitter up onto Spice's shoulder in her little mouse form, and kind of stay like that a little bit.
As you were making your way down the temple, you did hear a raven caw, like right behind you.
I'm gonna turn around real quick, and big eyes just stare back if I can see it.
The only thing you don't see any ravens, just the little statue.
Pearl's gonna smile as a mouse, and then scurry onto Spice's shoulder.
Unfortunately, the actual raven rolled a high stealth, and you get lifted up off the ground.
Oh no!
Nah, it was a joke. But yeah, you do make your way back to Pearl's or Spice's shoulder, and Spice, I think you kind of understand where this random mouse came from.
Pearl.
Hi! In a very, very squeaky voice.
I thought you were gonna go to Victor. I mean, not Milton.
I was, but then I got distracted by the stars. She looks up again at the stars with big eyes.
I sound like my mother.
Wow.
You need to tell someone if you're high and you weren't, you could have been anywhere. I was worried. You went down today.
Yes, unfortunately.
There were bugs.
There were so many bugs.
Can we just not today? Can we go home?
Let's go to bed.
I have to go on a boat tomorrow.
You don't know how to swim, do you?
Nope.
Oh, fuck. If Milton's next to Spice, Pearl and her little mouse form is going to turn to Milton, and she's like, "Hi, Milton."
I'm gonna hand Pearl over to Milton.
No, that's fine. You go ahead.
Pearl's Pearl's gonna try to jump on Milton's shoulder as a mouse.
Maybe acrobatics or athletics?
With the mouse stat.
With
With
stats.
the mouse stat.
So.
Well, so what? It would just be dexterity?
Yes.
That's okay.
Are there? Oh, there's no mouse stats.
I can just roll a d20 and plus 1. 16.
Okay, yeah, you're able to. Yeah, with like a little bit of a running start off of, you are able to kind of leap and latch yourself.
It's like when Spice like presented Pearl, like you like here. Pearl just kind of like walked back a little bit on Spice's arm and then leaped into the air, spread out as a little mouse and like kind of used her little claws to latch onto Milton's shoulder. And then when she gets on Milton's shoulder, she's gonna turn to Spice. She's like, "Wait, do you still need a sleeping buddy tonight?"
I mean, I don't really want to sleep alone tonight, but I understand if you want to be with Milton tonight.
Oh, I can sleep with you.
I can't take you seriously like this, please.
She just looks at Milton. It's like, this is me, baby.
Isn't he cute?
We are not having this conversation.
Come on, let's go. She uses her little paw to slap Milton's shoulder. Let's go back to the tavern.
We need to tell Victor and Dim that you're okay.
Do I still have a message? I think I might. Let me see if I still have a message thing. Oh, I can't. Well, can I? I can't use hearing a message in my wild shape, can I?
You cannot.
Okay. She'll wait till she'll get back to the tavern, then to send a message to Victor to come back unless Spice, you have something you want to do now.
Spice will just thank Victor for going to look. And let him know that we found Pearl, and then she's gonna get into bed and just curl up into a ball.
Pearl will curl up next to Spice when they get back, and probably just kind of curl up next to her until she is like forced out of her wild shape, and just kind of falls asleep next to Spice.
Yeah. A very gentle poof. You're back to your humanoid body.
I'm so glad this isn't like anime logic where they prove naked.
Yeah. Fortunately, I do believe,
Well-
like, whenever you do wild shape, like, all the stuff you're wearing kind of molds within you.
Yeah.
So,
Well, Victor did point out to, say, put on some clothes, please, because otherwise she would have gone wild shape and being naked. And then. So that is a possibility.
well, thank you, Victor. Being on that. Alright. Everyone goes EPC.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Conking out so hard.
Yeah. And the warm rooms tonight definitely help.
Actually, Spice might have a little bit of a hard time sleeping tonight just because, like, the anxiety sleeps.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Like, you know how, like, when you have anxiety, like, you kind of wake up every couple hours?
Yes. And the fact that you
And-
are, like, exhausted from exerting yourself so much just makes it even worse.
Yep, and, like, at one point she's gonna wake up and make sure that Pearl is okay. Like, she's gonna have a dream where it was bad, and she's just gonna be, like, checking the pulse.
I'd
and
say
then
Pearl
go back
probably,
to sleep.
yeah. Pearl probably wakes up at least once, too, with bug dreams. Maybe they wake up at the same time. As, are you good? You good? Okay, yeah, cool. Go back to sleep.
Alright. Does anyone want to tell
It's
me...
one of those things that we don't have any memory of in the morning, but it totally happened.
Yep.
Does anyone know what date the upcoming morning is?
I was
Is it
gonna
the-
ask that.
11th bloom?
Let me double check the after session note. Oh no, yeah. Yeah, after session notes. Yep, it would be the 11th of the first
Okay,
bloom.
yeah.
Because
Yep.
the 10th of first bloom was when the big feast happened. It was, yesterday. But as the morning rolls around, a panic has been averted, as now that the attention of the big feast has now passed, and some people might have been a little worried about, is there going to be another little heating outage or not, but everyone seems to come through just fine. No loss of heat. Very comfortable. I'd say the rain is still falling.
Is that normal in this area?
Yes, I would say, yeah. Weather, like, usually some sort of precipitation is pretty common, and so it's nothing strange, especially
Okay.
here at a sea or an ocean, a coastal village like this. But yeah, all seems all right. The sun rises. You have a brand new day.
Oh,
Pearl
Ooh, nice thorn whip.
critically hits Spice with a thorn whip.
No.
How much damage?
I don't know. Should I roll just to see
Roll
what
for
damage
damage.
it would give
I'm
it?
doing it for you. 8 plus 2d6 would be
Oh, shit.
12. So that would be.
Hold on.
What are you doing?
Hold on. 8 plus 5.
What? No. We have a
What?
different. We have different crit stats. Remember?
Oh, okay. So 6. Oh, no, okay.
Yeah.
6 plus 8. Or 12. No, 12. I don't know. What's the total damage, DM?
I think it's 20. Because
20?
it's 8
Okay.
plus the max of the dice as well, and the
That's pretty
2d6.
good.
That'd be 12.
That's pretty
What
good damage for a cantrip.
You took
Thorn whip somehow in my sleep.
and took 20 damage.
How?
No, it's just a dream.
Okay.
It's just a dream you had. The pearl was a giant bug, and somehow the bug had a thorn whip.
Wow. How dare.
Just giving Spice anxiety. Spice actually thought you got hurt in my head, and that's fine. Spice isn't currently traumatized.
Of course. But as you all begin to wake, you get your food, you get your coffee, get all readied and settled up. As you all meet at at one of the tables within the tavern, what are your plans for the day?
So, what exactly do we need to get for Victor's trip?
We gotta find Siegfried. She's the boatmaster here in Ravenhold.
Okay. I want to get more healing stuff to make more healing potions. So maybe we can do that. Stock up on what we need. If anybody needs anything before we go, and get Sigurd and anything else that we need to prepare for to leave today.
Spice wants to make sure they have life jackets.
Hmm.
All right. So first, Victor, do you want to go try to find Siegfried?
Yes.
All right. I'll say, not too difficult to find her. On the outskirts of the city, within the outer, like in the outer ward, close by, like where the nearby river does kind of drain into the ocean. You do see there's a small shack, a small, moored onto the riverside. There is a. It looks like a cross between a. Let me see if I can try to find. I thought I had a description. Well, shoot. Well, it's a smaller ship. It's one of those like smaller like Viking ships where it's typically like open, like there is no like cabin, but
Like a longboat.
yeah, it's like a longboat, but but it does have like a small like cabin on it, so it's like a mix between a there was a specific word, but yeah, a I can't. This is one of the things that I could not.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I think I know what you're saying.
Yeah. But yeah, it's like a very small ship. Like here in the Americas, like those really small like river ships that like one person like with could kind of like navigate it down like a bayou river. Uh,
Do I see any rhyme elves around?
you do. Outside, you do see that kind of working on this side of like this really small ship, this small boat. Uh, you as you approach, you do also see like painted on the side of it, in common, is Elvehest, the name of the boat. You do see that. You also do see a rhyme elf that looks like she's kind of doing some light maintenance on the boat. Looks like she has some tools off to the side. Short, short hair. Something that stands out about her, however, is that her hair is an icy blue color. It seems as if she may have used a bit of dye to get a rather unique looking hair color.
Do rhyme elves speak Elvish? I assume they do.
Yes.
Okay. So I guess I'll walk up and be like, "Are you Siegfried?"
She kind of stopped, like two of her hands, like still like on the other side, like within the ship, kind of working on something. She kind of turns her head. Yes, I'm Siegfried.
The owner, or this is your boat, I assume.
Yes, this is Elvest. Nice little ship.
Are you taking charters? I do have need of travel upriver.
Ooh, certainly. When the river's all frozen, there's not much work to be done, but now that it's thawed out, more than happy to start taking people up. How far up you're looking to go?
Oh, need to get to about here, and he's gonna pull out his map and kind of show her the point where we want to get off.
Whew. That's a bit of a distance, but it certainly can be done. I have to
Mm.
go into town, get some supplies, some food, and such. But
Yeah.
yeah, it can be done.
Yeah, we've got five of us plus a wolf.
Oh,
We can pay well.
is your wolf going to be a problem around a horse?
Shouldn't be. We'll keep him on a short leash.
Oh, we probably should have gotten him food.
I think
Uh,
he still
I
has
don't
like
think it's
quite a.
left yet.
We got a lot of food.
Okay.
All
Alright.
those
We could buy
scraps.
all the lamb at the tavern.
I think you've.
Give us a whole sheep.
Oh, okay. Bah. There is also while you are out traveling, if you want to avoid using your like preserved rations, you can do survival checks to see if you go out hunting, try to forage for some food as
Ooh.
well. So that is an option, but it is also
That
good
would be
to be like stocked up just in case, complications arise.
We can do both.
Well, that's good. Hey, Eric! She whistles real loud, and you see there is a youngish human male that kind of opens up the door from the shack. go get Drago ready. We have a long trip ahead of us. Thinking, ooh, round trip. Maybe about 2 weeks. 2 weeks. It's good money. You are paying, right?
How much
Or-
is
Yes.
it?
How much do you need?
So for about 150 miles up the river. It's usually just a state for every mile. So I'll say one state. So it's 150 states. Will you be traveling back with us?
No, just there.
Okay, one-way trip, but we still need.
But we can help cover your supplies for the way back.
Aye. I'm trying to convert 150 silver to gold, and my brain's just not wanting to math.
Isn't it just
15?
isn't it just 10 silver is one, or 10 state is one guild?
Yes. Okay, so yeah, it would just be like 15 gold.
Alright.
Yeah, 15 gold for the trip there, and I'll say another 5 gold to help cover expenses to return from such a distance.
How much
More
for
than
a life jacket?
Kind of raises her eyebrows. A life jacket?
Yeah.
I guess. Don't really
I can't
have.
swim.
You're here in Slate Shore and you don't know how to swim.
It's been anxiety, the trip.
I see. I mean, we don't really sell life jackets. I mean, you might get one of those little donut-shaped little buoys back at the market.
Ooh, okay. I'll have to go see if I can find one of those.
Hey,
Or maybe I can make one. Pearl.
Hmm.
Can I kidnap you?
Sure. I also can have the spell Water Walk and Water Breathing to put on you if you want, in addition to your life jacket, just in case.
Something better than a life jacket.
I'd still sink.
Well, that's what you can either have Water Walk or Water Breathing.
How long does water walk last?
Let me see. It's not a concentration, so that's good. It lasts for 1 hour.
Ooh, 2 weeks. Spice wants to wear something. Spice is gonna want to go buy some foam.
Okay.
Like little pool noodles.
She's gonna try to find a way to put like pool noodles like in her pockets and like sew, like get some sewing stuff to sew it into her clothes.
okay.
How long would it take for you to get your crew together and make all the necessary arrangements?
Shouldn't take more than an hour. I know exactly
Does
where
hours sound good?
where I need to go and what to do.
The hours sound good for the rest of you?
Yeah, and I want to.
probably buy something too.
Yeah, I want to get some more healing stuff. Stock up on healing potions and also help Spice gain some floaty stuff.
Hands. Oh, sorry.
Sorry. Go ahead. I'll just say it.
I'm gonna hand Siegfried the 20 gold coins and say, all right, we'll meet you back here in an hour.
Sounds perfect. Right.
Spice is also wanting to run back to the tavern real quick.
All right.
Hmm.
Running back to the tavern.
She'll tell the barkeep that they're closing up their rooms. But also want to buy the rest of all the lamb that they were eating.
Oh, all right. All right.
Mm.
uh,
All the raw meat you are willing to part with. We are going on a 2-week trip, and then we're going to be on a ship. So all the raw meat you can part with.
uh, 2 gold. Well,
As a tip for all you put up with, here's 5.
all right. That'll work. Uh, you have, or she is able to give you the equivalent of. Let's see. Nope, shoot, wrong one. Alright, you have the equivalent of 7 rations of raw meat.
Okay.
Uh, and this is for Idia?
Yep.
Okay. Do you want to
And
hold on to
also
that,
just
or do you
trying
want?
to.
Oh.
Might as well hold on to it, but also she'll probably give like 4 of them to Jim on the ship.
All right. We can.
And then she's just going to be like, "You remember us as the crazy people, okay?" To the barkeep. We may be coming back eventually.
Oh yes, of course. It was nice. It was nice meeting you. Please come back again.
Hopefully our wolf is a little bit more well behaved. But thank you. You've been great.
Big warm smile.
And then yeah, Spice is gonna try to meet up with Pearl and buy all like the floaty foam and stuff like that she can find and sewing material.
Okay. Are you proficient in? I think closest thing would be like weaver's tools.
No.
Okay. Yeah.
She's kind of hoping her mom might help her.
I'll say like she's
Bro,
able.
it would be easier to teach you how to swim.
It's yeah, he's right. It might be easier just to teach you how to swim.
I don't think now's the time to do that though. We're gonna be on a boat.
Well, maybe if we do a stop real quick, if we can do a little lesson if we stop real quick, depending on the temperature of the water. If not, then definitely after I would like to teach you.
I'll say make a nature check for me.
Okay.
I'll say
Nature.
both of you make a quick little nature check for me, separate.
Okay.
Also, I'll say like while you're looking around, you can buy. Okay. Spice, you know at least that you like the time of the year. It's like early spring essentially, and you're up in a northern like region. The water that is melting off the mountains and like flowing into the rivers are are going to be ice cold. So, finding some warm water is going to be extremely rare in order to attempt to like learn how to swim, because it's going you at least kind of gather it's going to be very cold.
You do realize it's cold. We have heaters on for a reason. I don't
Have you
want to get
heard
in
of
the water.
Have you heard of the Polar Bear
That's
Club?
that's well, that's also why I said depending on the temperature. If it's really cold, then yeah, we don't go in.
Yeah.
So if
I
it's really
just-
cold, we're just gonna save it for a better place.
Yeah, I just want to get some. I just want enough like little foam to sew in my pocket, so that way I can just float a little bit.
Are you
Or-
sure you don't want me to just have water walk on you?
But you're gonna sleep at some point.
Well, if something happens,
Well,
that
then
can.
yes, but I want something just in case. I don't like the water.
Okay.
She's actually gonna find one of the donuts and just try to like get some string so she can kind of like attach it to herself. That way she's not like holding it the whole time she's on the boat.
Oh yeah, like a little bit of like string or rope, along with a little life preserver, little buoy. It is so it's not made of foam like we know of, uh, like modern day sense. Uh, what you can find is basically like a treated like leather donut that's like filled with like dried out like sponge, like sea sponge, to kind of help
Yeah.
keep it safe, keep its shape. Uh, I'll say finding that with just like a little bit of rope. Just like it would be just like a 5 chips, like 5 copper. Because
Okay.
I was looking at getting like weaver's tools in order to make something. Weaver's tools alone is a gold. And then like trying to gamble to see if you can use the weaver's tools without any proficiency to make something is you know. But yeah, it'd just be 5 chips. If anyone does feel like that they need to kind of stock back up on any rations or get any water skins for water.
I want to see if the outfitter has one of those lights that like attaches to like a belt or something.
Okay. You said like a light, like a lamp, sort of
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah, kind of like the one that we had when we were down in the sewers.
Okay.
It doesn't even have to be like fully functioning right now. Like I've got 2 weeks, I could probably fix it.
Right. Okay. Again, it's a little more technologically like advanced for this region, so it would be a chance to see if maybe they had scavenged some from like some of the wreckages
Right.
from the past war. Go ahead, make a D20 roll, just a straight luck D20. Your DC, I'll say, is just an 8. Yeah. You are able to find what looks like to be an old one an old one of Trust and Make. You're pretty certain that it would function. However, it does need a source of like air pressure for it to like charge up.
Okay. I'll give you a gold piece for it. It's probably generous, but
Yeah. I'm gonna say it's the. It would be like a little more expensive than a torch, but yeah, a gold piece would be more than enough.
Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna toss him a gold piece, and because I'm going to see if I can retrofit it to use the crystal that we got from the down under.
Gotcha.
I just needed the housing so I could figure out like a place to wire it.
Yeah. Or well, actually, if it's something like that, you could probably get like a small like bullseye lantern or a hooded lantern.
Nah, nah. I want something to like kind of like clips to like since I normally like have that strap that goes with my gun holster. I
Hmm.
want something that clips to the chest so I can have both hands free.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I would say that you would know. You'd probably have to gut it to affix the little alchemical solution
Yeah,
that would include
yeah,
the stone. But yeah, yeah. It
yeah.
is pretty
Okay.
small,
Yeah,
and you could like clip it onto yourself.
yeah, yeah. It's doable. As long as it is doable, I can try.
It's perfect.
Um,
Yes.
is there a way to get like some form of tools that like if we have 2 weeks on or a week on the water that we could like spend some time to not like get proficient in but start that process?
So with with all of you on this ship or on this boat, really, it's going to be crowded, and I would say it being out on a river like this may not be very conducive to learning something. That makes
Okay.
sense. Yeah.
Can
Because you're.
Pearl? Oh,
Oh, sorry. Uh, just want to describe. Because you are gonna have to be like taking stops, probably like holding up for a night maybe, or using some of your time to maybe like scavenge or defend yourself from the wildlife or other things out here. So yeah,
Yeah, I was just thinking like what to do for like kind of thing.
that's fair. Yeah.
um, can Pearl try to find a place where she could get her hands on a diamond that it costs at least 300 gilts? If not, then okay, but she wants to try to see if she can find for the spell Revivify.
I'll say this would be another chance thing, but it is possible. You would
Okay.
have to kind of ask around, be like, hey, is there a jeweler around, maybe?
Okay.
Uh,
Yeah, I'll
but
do that.
but with something that big, you do find the jeweler. You do talk to them. Go ahead, make a d20 roll. This is your DC is going to be like at least a 15 for this luck.
Okay. Is there any way I could try to guidance this or something? Or
Unfortunately, no.
is there no way?
Yeah, this is a
Okay.
luck roll, not a skill check.
Okay.
Yeah.
Please, please. Oh, okay. Never mind.
Uh, like yeah, like while she does have like uh some different like gems and stones, and some for jewelry, and some are like can be used for arcane purposes. Uh, a hefty stone, a hefty diamond worth that much is unfortunately out of her reach.
That's fine. Pearl's just then gonna go to the healer herbalist shop and just probably stock up enough to make 4 healing potions. And just try to do that on the ship then.
Okay. Yeah, crafting something, as long as you've got the stuff, something like that would probably be doable.
Question: could I try to make a beer for when we get there?
Maybe? If you have your stuff, I'd be able to set it up, see if it works.
Yeah, she just wants to be able to set up a barrel so that way it's aging on the trip. That way we can have something fun to drink when we get there.
Yeah, I'll say that's possible. So,
It's just 25 gold since she's gonna be collecting herbs and using her herbalist kit,
yeah, for crafting.
right? Okay.
Yeah, and so
Alright,
if
I'll
you're
mark
doing
that
enough for
down.
4 of them, it'll be 100 gilt.
Okay. And that'll be all that she will do to get prepared
Alright.
after that.
Spice is gonna ask Victor for what ingredients she should get for them to eat or make the beer out of to use to celebrate.
Well, if you want something fit in the locality, you could try to get some honey. Try to make almost like a mead.
Oh, okay.
Some berries.
That sounds like fun. So yeah, Spice is gonna try to get those ingredients before we go.
Alright. I'll say, like, a jar, or a jar or two of honey. Prices I never really think gonna work for. I'll say like for 2 jars of honey, it would be 2 states, and like a small basket full of berries would be like 5 chips. Very simple.
So 3 state would take care of it.
Yes,
Okay,
3 states in total. That'll work.
perfect.
Since you all know that you're going to be out in the wilderness, does everyone have like a sleeping bag or
Was
and a
just about to ask about that.
tent?
Just the
Um,
barrel. I have
I-
the barrel.
I have a bedroll.
Bedrolls. Okay. If
Should probably get a tent.
yeah, if you do need to get yourself a bedroll, which would be a good insulation for this cold weather, they are just 1 gilt. And if you do want a tent, a tent would be 2 gilt, and a tent can sleep up to 2 small or medium creatures.
Pearl would get at least get one of the tents.
For you and Milton.
Or whoever wants to share the tent with her. But she will
Spice
definitely get a
will-
tent.
Spice will also get a tent and a bedroll.
Yeah, I'll grab a bedroll.
All right, go ahead.
So we have 2 tents so that's 4 people total that can sleep in there.
And Jim has a barrel.
Yep.
Okay.
I'll say a barrel would function as a tent, but you might also need a bedroll. A barrel is good for a tent, but you might need a bedroll for a little more insulation. Or if you want to, challenge the
My
weather.
barrel has already been insulated. It's like a little home in there for me.
All right. I'll allow it.
How much does each ration cost?
A ration is 5 states.
Okay.
And here up in Ravenhold, it's more of a like dried, like preserved meats and dried fruit, maybe like some form of hardtack, a little bag of like assorted nuts, and so on. While uh,
820.
while in more industrialized areas, rations could be more like can like actual like proper like canned food, and almost like a very early form of an MRE, maybe. Keep you from becoming malnutrition. Malnu- yeah, malnourished. There we go. All right. With that being said, does anyone else have anything else that they might be looking out for? Any other quick purchases?
Nope. Other than that, I think I'm okay.
All right.
Fire starter.
Too late. You're dead. Ah. Wait. Aren't you a fire starter?
Kind of. Well, we have make bonfire.
Yeah.
Okay.
You do have that. Or if you do want, I think. I think there is something that's a proper. I forgot what it's called. I can try to look it up real quick. Try to be quick. A tinderbox. If you do want a tinderbox, it is also just 5 silver or 5 states.
Would Eldritch Blast start a fire?
It does force damage, so probably not.
Then I'll buy
yeah.
a tinderbox.
All right. Yeah, a tinderbox is a small container holding flint, fire steel, and tinder, usually dry cloth soaked in light oil, used to kindle a fire. You can use it to light a candle, lamp, lantern, or torch, or anything else with exposed fuel. Takes a bonus action. Attempting to light any other fire takes a full minute.
Okay.
Yeah, tinderbox. Oh. You all make your purchases, spend some of the hard-earned guilt that you've earned, and maybe a little light pillaging from someone's grave. Pearl. But you make your way back out to back to the outer ward. By this time, the rain would have kind of lightened up. Still a bit cloudy overhead, but no more rain falls. You see that now the small boat, where was the name? The Elvehist has been like pushed out onto the river. It's still anchored and moored, or not moored, but it's still anchored, so it doesn't keep going down. But you do see the kind of youngish, kind of scrawny, like human male. You picked up that his name was Eric, and then you have Siegfried, the rhyme elf, a little more built body with that ice blue hair, and you also see a large, very heavy coated horse. Looks like there's a long rope that's like attached to the small boat and the horse.
How is idiot reacting to getting on the boat?
That's a good point. Jim,
Yes.
as you're getting I would say at some point this morning, to keep idiot in line, uh, and to kind of keep him around, would you have fed him one of the rations of raw meat?
Yes.
All right. With
Yeah, because Spice would have given you 4 of the 7.
if you want to go ahead and add 4 more raw meat for purposes of keeping your puppy in line, go ahead and make an animal handling check with advantage. The DC is a little high, but with the food and because of like the attention you've been giving him so far.
Okay. You said animal handling. Bang. Oops.
With advantage.
Oh. That.
Well, technically it's a 15 because the 4 and the 15 and then the first row, but yeah, you are able to keep he does kind of growl a little bit, but then as he starts to see the horse, he growls a bit, but like you probably like kind of, like snap your finger or kind of whistle to kind of get his attention, and he'll like immediately calm down. He seems a little hesitant, like he kind of steps on like one of the planks, that kind of helps lead him up onto the boat. Kind of confused, a little nervous, but he'll follow you. It's very new to him, but he's cooperating. Oh, did someone?
Wonderful. Thank you, idiot.
Oh. Borf. Alright. Well. I take it you're all ready?
Ready to go.
Alright. And fortune favors us. The rain has let up as well. Alright. Eric. Get Drago. You see that basically the extra hand gets kind of gets like this harness like kind of readied and settled up. The Drago, the northern mountain horse, lost my train of thought. But yeah, like kind of sitting at the front of the ship is Eric, kind of the rope kind of tied onto the ship nearby. Has this kind of long whip, cracks it in the air after everyone kind of gets settled onto. Oh, I think it was carve or carve. I think that was. Words are slowly coming to me after. But yeah. As you all begin, as the horse begins to pull the ship, or the boat up the river, it is a... Oh, here it is! Keelboat / carve. Yeah, it's like a mix between a river keelboat and a carve. I did have it in my notes. There we go. I just had to roll down long enough. While it is pretty slow, it is essentially walking speed. You you will be able to essentially keep going throughout the majority of the day. Usually, for a walking pace when traveling, you can only really travel up to 8 hours. Trying to push beyond that would start imposing
Exhaustion.
yeah, on you. But with a combination of a workhorse pulling the boat up the river where it would need to, and then where the waters are more calm, the horse can kind of make its way back onto the boat and rest while uh, some light maneuverability by the captain and her other hand would help. You all begin to make your way south. I want since
Spice is going to be keeping an eye out on the weather with her ability.
oh yeah, I forgot about that. Well, if that's the case, I would like for you to roll 2d20s. Oh no, actually, you know what? The weather had already cleared up for today, so we're just gonna stick with that. But Victor,
Oh.
I want you to roll a d20 to see if there is an encounter for today. As you
E20.
d20
8.
8. Ooh. I will say, just getting out of Ravenhold, making your way down south, the dark gray clouds filling the skies above, the towering mountains far to the south and to the southeast, and to the east and the northeast, just kind of everywhere, or mountains. It's very gentle scenery. I will say that nothing happens today, but I will go ahead and also switch out. Oh shoot, I can't remember which one of these sounded like. Okay, I'll let this one play, and if it doesn't seem right, I will switch it out for something else. But as you're making your way through the forests, there is a bit of a cobble, well, not cobblestone, but a kind of cobbly uh, like riverside, that the horse can easily kind of walk and slowly pulling the keelboat. Nothing happens today. On the first day, on the 11th.
As we're going, as we're traveling and nothing is happening encounter-wise,
Mm-hmm.
Pearl's gonna go up to Milton and she's gonna hold up one of her healing ingredient supply and she's like, care to help me out? Making some healing potions?
looks down at the mess of a lantern that he's kind of been fucking around with.
Hmm.
Yeah, I think I can take a minute.
Okay, she's gonna work on getting those healing potions ready. With Milton's help.
All
Is
right.
that
I'll say that is doable. Uh, how long does it take to craft a potion again?
I-
8 hours.
But if
But with
it's
two
two
people,
people,
it's 4.
yeah.
Okay.
And yeah, and I mean, she'll want to, because she can make, yeah, she'll try to make however many she can in one day with Milton's help.
Okay. I'll say, Milton, if you're not actively trying to do any crafts on your lantern for the moment, you can help her, and I'll say, at least for the first 8 hours, both of you can work together to make 2 basic healing potions.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Uh, the first part of the day, as the evening, or as the afternoon begins to set forth, uh, after some fair distance, you do see that Drago, the northern mountain horse, is getting a little tired. Uh, Eric kind of pulls the keelboat like up to the side of the ship, or up to the side of the uh, uh, losing like words. Goodness. Uh, Up to the side of the river, kind of parks it for just a brief moment, allowing Drago to get some rest, while using a very long like pole, like wooden pole, kind of pushes the boat back out onto the water, and just kind of gently, kind of just guiding and pushing the boat along with the. I'm sure there's a proper term for it, but just say pull for now. Kind of just pushing the ship along, or the boat along the river. Uh, at some point, do you want to scavenge for, or forage for some food and water?
Yeah, Bro will do some foraging for
So
some
we'll
food.
spice.
She'll also maybe try to hunt maybe a squirrel or something. And meat.
Yeah. I thought I had. Huh. I thought I had a table here.
Ow.
Or maybe. Oh, are you alright?
Yeah, I'm fine. Sorry.
Are you okay?
That doesn't sound fine. Are you really okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine.
Oh. Alright. I thought I had everything. Of course. Go ahead, make a survival check for me.
Okay. 22.
Ooh. you are able to. Come on. Okay, here we go. I found it. Fortunately, there's no way to get lost since you are following a river. And when you do get to the point where you do disembark from the river to do a little travel, you got someone to help you. You have some accurate maps and a way to travel through here without problem. You are able. Here we go. Sorry, just trying to check the rules. I thought I had some of these, like... I can only assume that this was some of the stuff that I lost and not realize that I had lost. And I lost the notes. But it's alright, I can do it.
If Spice wants to do the foraging, Pearl can do the hunting, so that way one can do the other.
Yeah, Spice would be looking at the ground and like for any edible growing food.
Okay.
Yeah,
Pearl will then use her crossbow to hunt squirrels and stuff while Spice is doing that.
Yeah. Yeah, if you want to go ahead and also roll survival for me.
Survival.
Metal Gear Survive.
It was a terrible game.
Yeah. Ooh.
Oh,
That
that's
you
not
bought. I remember. Petridge Farm remembers.
You're grounded.
Spice is not having a good time.
No.
She's a little traumatized by the water.
That's fair. Like the rocking of the boat. Now, it does help. Huh?
She's a little seasick.
Yeah.
Oh, baby.
Well, it's kind of weird that you're seasick because like we're on a river, right? It shouldn't be that rocky.
She's
still
river sick.
rapid.
Yeah, river sick.
There's still rapids and such.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. Yeah. Fortunately, while the river is like fairly calm, it's probably the motion of when the horse is like pulling the boat does kind of make you feel a little queasy. And also it does help that the river's not super deep either. It's very clear water. You can in fact like see for the most part the bottom of the river. Occasionally you do see some like kind of thick or like hardy fish kind of going by once in a while. Okay, so you didn't quite make the survival check, but Pearl, you
No.
did. Go ahead. I found the bit about foraging. Go ahead, roll a 1d6 plus your wisdom modifier.
Okay. 1d6 plus wisdom. So 4 plus 5, so 9.
9, okay. And go ahead, roll that again.
Okay. 10.
Alright, you know what? That definitely makes sense. You get 10 gallons of clean water. It's probably because the river. I was gonna say it looks so clear you probably don't even need to boil it, but I'm sure that's a bad mentality. So you
Yeah.
might be like probably boil it anyways for safety.
Yeah, that's like nature survival 101 that she's like, yeah, no, we're gonna boil this.
Yeah.
Create bonfire and just have I have a cast iron pot. So she'd fill the water in the cast iron pot and then have the bonfire underneath.
Okay. But I would say even after it's like boiled and everything, like it tastes very nice after it's cooled.
Okay.
Nice,
Okay.
clean, crisp water. So you don't have to worry about water for today, and you can even like fill up your any water skins that you may have. Save it for later. And for food, you get. For the first roll, what was your? The first one was an 8 in total, right?
So the first one was a 9 in total.
9. Okay. Okay, so yeah.
Wait, sorry, 8 in total. You're right. It would be 8.
Ah, okay. You get you're able to like hunt and forage and find enough food for 8 people for the day.
Ooh. Okay, cool.
Assuming, at least in D&D terms, you just need to eat just 1 pound of food a day to not be malnourished.
Can I actually use my inspiration on that survival check?
Sure, if you want.
I'm going to, because she wants to try to. She wants to find food. No.
Unfortunately, for here, the DC for this forest is a 10.
Darn it. Oh well. She tried her best.
Yeah. Did your best. But, again, you had someone else to help you with... At least Pearl did come by with enough food. And, again, bad comes to worse, you do have your rations to fall back on.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. She's going to, when it comes to when she gets back with the food, she's probably going to. How many people are on the boat total? There's 5 of us, and then 2 on the 2 workers.
Yes. Got 5 of you, a wolf, a northern mountain horse, at the moment, for resting, and why did I lose the name? Siegfried and Eric.
Pearl would offer if they need to eat a squirrel, or if they already have their own food for the day, then she would cook at least 5 squirrels for everybody. Start skinning and cooking them, and saving the other 3 wrapped, like, tied on her waist for later, for probably tomorrow or something.
Yeah. That's quite alright. We have our own food, but I mean, if you're offering...
Yeah, she'll skin and cook the squirrels for those 2 if they want. And probably just also the last squirrel we bought enough food for Idiot, right?
We have plenty for him.
Okay, so then she will cook the other squirrel too, and she'll just have 2 squirrels for herself, and then everybody else also gets a whole squirrel after she's done doing that.
Nice.
And fresh water too. Ba-doop.
Water. I double checked stats for the keelboat. I'll say it's just big enough to fit all of you. Passengers are on a keelboat is 6 with a crew of 1. So it's a little bit of a squeeze on you, and the keelboat.
I'm small.
You are small, which I would say that helps. But as you did like stop for a little bit to forage, to restock on water, to cook some food and eat.
Oh yeah. Are we setting up camp or?
I'll say.
She'll probably
Oh, go
do
ahead.
that. She'll do that when they set up camp. She'll do all the cooking and skinning and stuff.
Okay. I'll say. To prep for all of that, it's just like stopping for about an hour or two. But during the night, Siegfried and Eric will kind of like switch roles, and one will continue to push the keelboat like down the river like during the night. And since Siegfried can see in the night and Eric can't, she'll do so. You know.
Are we setting the tents up on the boat or?
Yes, your tents would be on the boat. It's again, it's slow going, but it's constant going. Whereas, like, if you were having to trek out on foot, on one hand you would save some money, but on the other hand, you would be kind of stopping and like setting up for camp a lot more often. As the sun sets, is there anything that you wish to talk about as a group as you do your yet another long rest?
So we Spice is just gonna set up her tent, I guess.
And it's
Pearl. Yeah, sorry.
no, you're good.
Sorry.
While you're setting up the tent, you do kind of have to jerry rig the tent a little bit, since you can't like nail down like some of the like little support ropes like through the wood. But there is like a way to like cobble together some of your tents to still function correctly on the deck of the ship.
I guess Spice is gonna go up to Victor and ask if he has a place to sleep, if he bought a tent. Because Spice is a little nervous about sleeping by herself on the water.
Yeah, so Victor's got like a little. He doesn't have a tent, and he's not even really sleeping on a bed. Really, just got his pack up against one edge of one of the walls of the boat, and he's got his cloak over him. That's his bed spot.
Spice is just gonna poke him.
What do you want?
I have a tent, and it's dark, and Milton and Pearl are sleeping together, and I don't want to be alone.
We are. You hear that, Milton? As Pearl was like doing the cooking. Just go look at Spice and then we'll look at Milton like, yeah, I guess we're sleeping together in the tent. As Spice says that.
You could at least told me first.
Oh well, I'm cooking. I was gonna set in. You can go ahead and set the tent while I'm cooking for everybody. And she's gonna hand Milton the tent and ask if he can set it up for them. Then while she's cooking on the food.
Spice just assumed since you bought your own tent.
I don't sleep much, honestly. So I don't know if you want me in there. I'd probably be up and about a lot.
if you could, like, just kind of keep watch and make sure I don't fall in the water.
Sure, I'll hang out.
It's a little nerve-wracking. A little
Well,
embarrassed to
how
say
deep
that.
is this river that we're on?
It's not very deep at all. Just a few feet.
How
Well,
tall is Spice?
Yeah, Spice is pretty short.
A few feet.
There.
Yeah.
I
That's the
think
thing. She's like so short that even like shallow water is like death.
No.
That's part of the fear with the water is just how quickly it can submerge her. Which is funny because I'm a swimmer, so fear of water is so funny.
Hmm. That's fair.
But I can also sleep through just about everything. Having 4 siblings can kind of do that to someone.
All right.
And we had to get up the butt crack of dawn to do some of the chores.
The Dawn has a butt crack? What?
If you got up early enough, you'd know.
Yeah.
Oh. I refuse.
No, fair.
The early bird gets to see the butt crack.
Hear that, Melton?
And then Spice is gonna
into
get
this.
a pearl.
Hmm.
Huh?
Spice is just gonna go over to Pearl and hide.
pearls probably. I don't know how long it takes for squirrels to cook, but when she's done cooking squirrels, she's gonna hand the food to everybody, and probably just. Is Spice coming up to Pearl while she's cooking the food? Because she's gonna go up to Milton afterward, but is Spice gonna come up while she's cooking, or?
Yeah, while you're cooking, being like, so, squirrel?
Yeah, I caught 8 of them, so we'll just eat this all up because I don't know how good it's gonna be in the morning. Should be fine, but I'll cook them now so that we have some meat and we're not using up our rations so quickly. Plus, I can save the skin for maybe for something useful, and she's probably skinned food that she's hunted before, so she probably has like a little pile of like the squirrel skin that's cleaned and washed from in the water of the river, and we'll try to find a use for it later.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
um, Pearl, when tomorrow.
Hmm.
Speaking of squirrels,
Mm-hmm.
you know how you have your moth familiar?
Yeah.
I set it up so in my book of spells, I kind of can summon a familiar. I'm kind of thinking about making a sugar glider kind of familiar, and I was wondering if you could help me. Just spend like that hour with me to kind of,
To try to help you conjure it?
yeah.
Sure.
And so that way you can meet her, and maybe we could summon your moth and they can meet, and then.
Yeah, that sounds fine. That sounds fun. What are you gonna name the
Well,
squirrels?
I don't know yet.
Hmm.
Not Pearly.
Abandon
Yeah, I was
the
gonna say it.
abandon the chipmunks. Just get more pets.
Yeah, no, not Pearly.
We still do need to go back because I miss my little chipmunk army.
Yeah, I hope they're okay.
They're being taken care of by the people there, so I hope so.
Pearl just does 1,000-yard stare with that last part.
That little added, I hope they're all right under your breath.
Yeah. Yep. So are you gonna sleep in the tent with Victor, or?
He's gonna make sure I don't fall in,
Well,
normal stuff.
here. Let me give you this, just in case, to help you ease your mind a little bit. She's going to cast water breathing on Spice. It's not a concentration, and it lasts up to 24 hours.
Okay. And I have my little floaty,
Mm-hmm.
so
But it
that should be fine, but...
Yeah, but this should help you. Should help you a little bit, just to get you through the night, in case you're worried.
Yeah, I don't love the water. Gonna be honest.
Well, I'll teach you how to swim when we get into warmer water, so that way you can at least you can learn. It's good for you to learn how to swim.
Yeah, my mom's been nagging me in my head that this is why I should have learned.
Wise woman. she like gestures. She kind of like points at Spice, but there's like a squirrel carcass that's like cooked as she does that.
She, don't boost her ego.
Nice.
She's already smirking in my head.
You can feel it. You
Oh,
can't
I'm
hear
sure
it, but you can definitely feel it.
she's. I'm sure she probably has some thoughts about Victor. She says in a low voice, gives Spice a little wiggle of the eyebrows.
Nope, no thoughts.
No thoughts?
No thoughts.
See, I thought you would have had some thoughts in the sauna.
My face was at the ground, and I looked at nothing. I saw nothing.
You saw nothing. She's staring at you. Prolonged eye contact.
I is just now back to looking at the ground. Not gonna fall in the water.
Nope. And, if Victor's in front of your tent, I'm sure he'll make sure that nothing happens to you, too.
So you and Milton.
This isn't about us.
How's the tent going, honey?
No, I'm getting there.
I want to look over how's the tent going. How good is Milton at setting up a tent?
It's simple enough. I'd say there's no roll required.
We're military here. We've slept in tents. I know what I'm doing.
Pearl's gonna give Milton a cheeky look as she responds to Spice's line, and she says, "Certainly know how to put up one."
I don't know what that means.
You will find out eventually.
And Spice is just gonna... How's the squirrel coming?
She looks at all the squirrels. Are they all cooked by now?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay. Yeah, she's gone. She'll hand a squirrel to Spice, and she'll call the others to get their dinner. And she's gonna take a bite of it. Does it taste good?
I mean, it tastes like roasted meat.
Yeah, it tastes like chicken.
I know Spice has probably eaten her fair share of squirrels. She doesn't love eating a squirrel, but you know, she'll eat it.
Maybe had like. Do you have any roots? Did you find any potatoes?
Tried, but
Ah,
I didn't do very good.
no. Maybe we can find.
Sorry.
We can find some. No, it's okay. We have a while to be on the traveling, so maybe we'll find some more. Be able to get some roots or something.
I'll do better next time.
Nice.
Pearl's just gonna be eating her squirrel next to Spice and probably do a little bit more chit-chatting with the group, checking on, is Jim coming out of his burrow for the squirrel, or would she need to go up to Jim to give him his squirrel?
Jim would be in the barrel.
Okay. So Pearl would go and knock on Jim's barrel. Jim, I got food for you.
Who's there?
It's me, Pearl.
I'm accepting no visitors.
No, you don't want some cooked
Are you
squirrel?
from the IRS?
Maybe. I'm offering you food, though. Roasted over a fire,
Tax return.
slowly cooked. It's a big
Wonderful.
tax return.
Delicious tax return.
She's gonna give Jim a nice fat cooked squirrel.
Perfect. Thank
Enjoy.
you, IRS.
You're welcome.
What's the IRS?
I have no idea.
Twitch. Twitch chat knows. Ask them.
What's Twitch? What's chat? How's my sanity?
Quickly disappearing.
She's gonna go up to Victor, give him his squirrel, and just say like, "You keep an eye out on my girl tonight, Victor. Make sure nothing happens."
I'll be up.
Okay.
So why don't you sleep a lot?
Just part of the blood, I guess.
Yeah, it's the elvish thing. I've noticed that a lot of elves, they don't have to sleep as long as some do. It's like a I don't know, like inheritance kind of trance thing. Pretty cool, pretty useful, especially if you're out in the wilds.
Yeah, always meant I had to stay watch though.
Yeah. Is your mother or is it your father? Who was an elf in your
That was from
family?
my mom's side.
Ah.
So your dad was a human?
Yeah.
How did they meet?
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, Pearl and Spice are kind of leaning a little bit. Victor has with curious eyes.
Oh, I don't talk about it. They didn't talk about it too much, but I guess Dad was on his travels and they ran into each other, and one thing led to another, and then there I was.
And is your is your mom still around?
No.
Ah.
Maybe. I don't know. It's a long story.
I mean, we have a week. But if you don't want to talk about it, we don't have to. We could play games. I'm making beer, mead. But if you want to talk, we have a full-fledged trip.
It's not much to talk about. She just
I know you
was
said
gone one
you
day.
disappeared, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
How old were you?
young, probably like, I don't know, 7. I don't remember too much. Yeah.
I don't know if I remember if I asked you this or not, but were you born in Ravenhold or were you born somewhere else?
I am from the Trusted Empire. I don't want to mention it to you guys.
What? You hear Siegfried.
Oh, yeah.
It's a small boat.
Fuck.
Yes, I'm originally from there, but it's been a little while since I've been back.
You have you assuming like you just been traveling around a lot with different groups and stuff, kind of
Mhm.
like what we are doing. Okay.
Yeah, trying to make ends meet.
Yeah, like a lot of people, just doing what they can to get the money in to buy stuff and provide.
He said that we're not the weirdest people he's traveled with.
Well, that's good. That's good. I'm glad we're not gonna scare you off, so that's a good start.
Is that a problem for you, Siegfried?
No, I suppose not. Just paying well and not causing any problems, so no problem to me.
We
No
also
problem.
caught the elk.
Oh, that was you.
Yeah,
Oh,
and we helped out with the hearth. Or
I see.
So he's a good one. So, yeah, don't, you know.
Yeah, yeah. That's all right. A little unexpected, but no problem. Then there's no problem.
so
Where am I
how
from, Ruby?
What was that?
Ashwell?
Where's Ashwell?
Uh, like far, like eastern trusted empire, like close-ish to the shimmering wilderness, like around
Okay,
here.
but I'm also from the Trustin.
Yes, yeah, it's still considered part of the trusted empire. It's like kind of like backwoods, sort of. Oh, wait a minute, I completely forgot. Ah, well, it'll be fine.
So I'm also like when she freaks out, I'm like, I'm just gonna keep that to myself.
Yeah, it's all good.
I guess how many trips, Sigrid? How many trips have you done down south? Like,
Uh,
I guess have you been this path before, and like, how did it go?
oh, I've been down this river quite a few times. Though sometimes I'm farther up more northern rivers. Sometimes uh, traveling just across the shoreline. Just whatever people need me. Haven't really kept track of it.
Is there anything that we should like that has kind of like popped up down this way that we're going that's been weird or anything? Or has been pretty smooth sailing that you've had experience?
Well, nothing really strange, I would say, but always got to keep an eye out for, hungry beasts roving around. Though usually being on uh, the boat, such as this on the river, you're usually pretty good. Uh, I'd say the biggest things I've had to worry about are some other, let's say, less reputable. I think you might be breathing into your mic a little bit, but
Sorry.
you're good. Uh, some more traveling raiders, let's say.
Okay.
Not everyone wants to settle down in a large settlement, and pick up, you know, useful useful skills and trades. Some people still want to hold on to the older ways and just kind of run around and pillage and take what they want.
Well, I guess speaking of which, since we're all up, who wants to do the first watch while everybody else is sleeping? How do you guys want to split the watch to keep an eye on things?
I can keep an eye out. I'm gonna be up all night pushing the boat along.
Okay.
I can say something if I see something. You'll be safe with me. Don't worry. Even you.
Can I roll insight?
Sure, go ahead. It's a little hard to tell. The sun has gone down by this point, and it's a little dark. So you can, but you can see the outline of her, and a little hard to tell. But at least from her voice, she seems pretty honest. And she was recommended by someone else, so if she had you would think if she had a history of kind of screwing other people over, might not have. Yeah, might not
Well,
be
that's
around.
fair. I was just, you know.
Yeah, that's fair.
Oh, the water breathing, I can actually have up to, I think it says I can have up to 10 people
Ooh.
for water breathing. So with that, how long does a ritual take?
Casting.
Because I could do an action or a ritual, but how long would a ritual take?
A ritual adds 10 minutes to the casting time, but you don't spend a spell slot.
I think I'd rather do that. I think before Pearl will go to bed, she'll take 10 minutes to do the ritual, and she'll put water breathing on everybody. And if there's 8, that's everybody in the group that has 24 hours of water breathing capabilities.
Sounds good.
And I think she'll probably do a little bit more chit-chatting, maybe do some simple, card game or something, and then she's gonna start getting ready for bed.
All right.
Since Eric is gonna be doing the watch tonight.
Oh, this was Siegfried.
Oh, Siegfried's gonna be doing the watch tonight.
Yeah. Since she's an elf and she has dark vision, she's staying up all night, manning the boat and keeping an eye out.
Okay. Yeah. So everybody, just mark you have water breathing for the next 24 hours.
Ooh, very nice.
Alrighty.
And she's gonna look at Milton as she's going into the tent, and she'd probably say, like, "You ready for bed?" And
It's
with
the
a
look.
smirk, and then she's going to go in the tent and just kind of linger her eyes on it, and then lay down.
She's giving you the look while entering.
Giving you a soft look.
While entering a tent
guess
on a
if
very
I guess if-
crowded boat.
Well, I guess if this boat's rocking, don't come knocking.
If the boat starts rocking, Siegfried's gonna hit you with a pole.
Spike is gonna hit you with the pole.
Oh, Pearl will not let that happen. That rocking, but she's being a tease with Milton. he knows what she's doing.
Do I?
Come into the tent and find out, boy.
Fuck around and find out. do it. Well, with this night at a close, and we're a little over time.
How dare.
Yeah. If you want to go ahead, Spice, since you're a weather beacon, go ahead, roll 2d20s. This will be for tomorrow. At 7 and a 12. Okay. Got that. And Victor, if you want to go ahead, roll a d20 for me. Ooh. Now go ahead, roll a d10. Okay.
Victor has doomed us.
Oh, what did you do, Victor?
It's doom. Now, we will pick this up next time. It was very nice playing with you all. Sad to show that.
That sounded like it's gonna be over, like we never play again.
This was great. I hope we can do it again. Do it again sometime. Yeah.
In the next life.
It'll be next week. You know, where we pick up right where we left off here. Yay. I had forgotten to switch over to one of the Chepeku scenes, but we will get that started, or we will have that when we start next time.
Will we?
Yeah, I hope so. I hope so. Ooh, ooh.
Wait, what happened?
What happened?
What happened?
Yeah, it's okay. Don't worry about it.
Vivi's gonna go out with me now.
Ask again later.
Okay, will do.
Why do you sound like a magic 8-ball?
Because I've been watching. Because I think I've mentioned this before. One of the live plays that I'm watching, they were playing 40k. I think Wrath and Glory. One of the players is an Ogren, and the Ogren, his commissar is a magic 8-ball. And so they actually had like a thing that, you know, it plays. I think they released a short on like one of the things that happened, so I'll link that in the Discord after this. But yeah, game. I hope you had fun. Finally traveling a boot.
Yee.
We're gonna get closer to actually figuring out what's on the land.
Exactly. Gonna see what's there, and totally not, you know, a player bastion that you'll have access to.
No,
Yeah.
totally not that.
Totes. All right. Well, that being said, unless anyone has any farewell messages they want to say.
I would like for Pearl to talk to Milton, but we can save that for the next session, because she would kind of stay up and want to chat with Milton.
How dare. More role-playing in this role-playing game?
Yes.
We need to get to the combat. Just fighting.
Oh, don't worry. What you rolled, it's a it's a doozy.
What I rolled or what Victor rolled?
Good.
Maybe.
I want to know who to blame.
Can only blame yourself.
Always the DM.
What? No, fuck you. Bully.
Jesus.
It's never the DM's fault. They're always right. I got you,
Exactly.
Vivi.
Thank you.
Especially Vivi. Vivi is always right, even in life when they're not the DM.
Yes. Always. Mm.
Mm.
Well, in that case, I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.
Bye bye.
Jim? Milton? Nothing? Oh my goodness.
Adios.
Okay.
So
Oh, that-
long, suckers.
Good enough. Bye. Alright, and... Oh, no, wait.